Springboks back three, absolute class. Apulele Fassi, Cheslin Kolbe, Curtly Orense put on an absolute clinic with a dominant performance over the Barbarians in tricky weather. Fantastic to see. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game, who played well, who didn't, who was your man of the match. What did you think of the Bokke? What did you think of certain players who played well, guys that come back into it? Louis Diaga, Jean-Luc Dupria, Chuchuka, Intlapakanye. What did you think of these guys' performances? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Kick On Rugby. I'm your host, Dane Shearer. Springboks opened their 2025 campaign with a dominant performance over the Barbarians. Barbarians did not stand a chance in this game. Tricky conditions, but the Bokke just put it to them from start till the end. Really, really good. We'll get into it. It started off with that. It started from that first scrum. That first scrum, it was all talked about. Obviously, Oxen Chair there, then Intlapakanye, who for weeks before was training with Don Human, the Springboks scrum coach, at his farm in Free State, lost 14, 15 kilos, and we're all waiting for the big scrum, the first scrum, the anticipation, and it did not let down. A dominant performance, a dominant scrum. They get the advantage, they get the penalty off the first scrum. It could not have gone better for Intlapakany's first scrum as the Springbok. Yes, it doesn't count as a Springbok cap because it's against the Barbarians. It doesn't count as a cap, but as your first performance or your first effort in the green and gold jersey, unreal. Tick. Well done, big fella. I loved the shape that the Bokke were running off 9. So a lot of the times in the past, it was just off the deck. But a lot now, Morne van den Berg was coming out, taking that 10 and then having guys run onto the ball. So he was picking the ball up, running, and then having to just keep that 10 defender true, and then having 3, 4, 5 guys run onto the ball. It's so hard to defend because you know when you come up against the Springboks, right? You have to get up in a line. You have to make dominant tackles. Otherwise, it's just going to be wave after wave. They're going to get over the advantage line, and it's hard to defend. But now you're getting up off the line. You're going to tackle someone, but he's got 3, 4, 5 options, and it's like, who do I tackle? I need to make a dominant tackle here. But the picture in front of me is changing every time. First, it's one guy running. Then the 9 is jumping out of the ruck and he's running with the ball. Then I've got to look at him. And then you've got Marco van Staden or Chuchuka or Louis Diaga running around the corner. And then you have to try and tackle them. Good luck. And if you're the Bokke, you'd use that. And they're using it really well. And it worked a treat in this game for sure. Because those forwards then set the platform. The defense was staggered or was rolling back every time, and then the backs, Springboks backs, can just run amok. They were good like that. A fantastic start to the game. Apply pressure, continued pressure, then a bit of magic. So for the first try, Apulele Fassi puts in a lovely kick, grubber kick down. That I think Barbarians either took the ball out or it was a knock-on. It turned into a line-out. We got the ball and we ended up scoring from the maul there. The next time we get down there, this was on the left side on the field. The second time we get down in the 22-meter line or down in the Barbarians' opposition, Apulele Fassi gets the ball again on the other foot, puts a grubber in. Fantastic for Kolbe to score. And you're not catching Kolbe there. If you have to turn around and still try and catch Kolbe, it's not happening. But lovely touch from Apulele, or lovely 2 touches from Apulele Fassi for the opening tries there. That's unreal. And that's just class, man. That's just class. Awareness of where the space is, how we can put pressure on the opposition, and then executing those little kicks really well. And that was fantastic because the Bokke creating opportunities for themselves, but then converting that into points as well. So for the first 3 tries, it was the first 3 entries into the 22, and they come away with points. Fantastic. That is quality sides. You'd think for the first game or first game of the international season, it might take a bit of time, take a bit of minutes to get involved, to get the timing right, but Bokke go into it and get into it straight away. And fantastic. Barbarians giving away too many penalties, allowing the Bokke to just roll down the field, kick to touch and set up the maul. That's what the Bokke want. They want to be able to do that. They want to control the tempo of the game. And if you allow them to do that, it's going to be a long, long day. And it was a long day for the Barbarians because too many penalties. They allow the ball to kick, march down the field, walk to the line out. Set piece was unreal. Louis de Jager, fantastic in the lineouts. And that's how the Bokke apply pressure. And they enforce their way of how they want to play onto you. And it's not necessarily that you're just giving away penalties. They're also applying pressure onto you. So when you have the ball, they're attacking your rucks. They're making strong tackles. And they're forcing you to overplay your hand or to make a silly play. And they get the ball turned over and then they just march down the field. I thought their set piece was unreal. Scrums, tick. Malcolm Ox and Intlapakanye, fantastic, really good in the scrums. And then lineouts. Wowee, Louis de Jager hasn't played for the Springboks in 2-3 years maybe, might even be more than that. Comes back in his first game back and just unreal. Manning those lineouts like he's been there the whole time, just comes in and bosses it, owns it. He was fantastic on his own ball. And he was even better defensively, getting up there, stealing a couple balls. And he was the definition of my ball is my ball, but your ball is also my ball. That was Louis de Jager. He was fantastic, not just in the lineouts, but getting around the park, strong ball carries. He must be so hard to tackle. I would know. I played against him. This is a name drop. I played against him under 19. He was about the same size. Really, really hard to tackle because, yes, lanky and big, but mobile. Gets around the park. He's got a lovely little offload as well. Kind of like an RG Snyman. He was Louis de Jager on his first game back. Tick. Well done, big fella. Big boss. Well done. I love to see how the box kicks worked. When you've got your back three in Fassi, Kirkley Orange and Cheslin Kolbe may not be the tallest guys, but how they compete in the air, it's unreal, man. Especially when those box kicks are pinpoint. And I would say Mone van den Berg kicked a lot of really good box kicks. Kirkley Orange, Cheslin Kolbe getting through there, getting up above their opponents, getting that ball back. And then what they do really well from that, and what I love and definitely influence from Tony Brown, is the box kick, regather that. That's technically a turnover ball then. Shift the point of contact. You get the ball on this side, you turn it over, shift the ball here. This is where the space is. This is where their defense is not ready at all to make tackles. And that switch from defense into attack, fantastic and good to see from the Springboks. With that attacking intent, we love it. We love to see it. And then after the halftime, the full front row swap. I said in the preview, I think this is what Rassie is going to do. He did it, an instant impact because Jan-Hendrik Wessels came on and he went over to score 2 minutes after he went on. It's just also just good to see the newcomers getting time, coming on. Nietlin Forshia, Marnus van der Merwe, then obviously the guys that started as well, Chichuka and Ntlapakanye, really, really good. Got a ton of minutes. I think Chichuka played the whole game. He was really good as well. Good in the lineouts. He's a fantastic option in the lineout and then did a ton of work around the park. Definitely looks like he's made for the international arena, for sure. And I just thought like Kirkley Orange was so explosive. Same with Cheslin Kolbe. These guys are so hard to tackle, man. They can beat you in so many different ways. You're one-on-one with Kirkley Orange or Cheslin Kolbe. He can step you, can goose you, can run around you. He can run over the top of you, can chip and chase. Whatever you can, up and under, regather, whatever you need. Probably the chip kick over the back, over the top. Whatever you need, dummy pass, like whatever, bro. They are so difficult to tackle. Good luck, man. Good luck. I know Cheslin Kolbe said before the game or that in leading up in this week that this preseason has been the toughest he's ever had within the box squad because the younger guys are really pushing them. But those two, Kirkley Orange and Cheslin Kolbe, and then you chuck Apelele Fassi in there as well. No one's taking their spots. That is the back three. That's the back three for the Bokke. And they can be the back three until the next World Cup. Absolutely. They were fantastic. Just that, their awareness of where space is, their ability to beat plays in the air, to contest those balls, it's fantastic. I don't even know. Science doesn't add up. Cheslin Kolbe's only 1 point something, and he gets up way above those guys. Same with Kurtley Arendse, Apolele Fassi, the weekend special. Oh man, these guys were unreal. Fantastic. Well done to the Bokke. First game could have gone either way because you're coming up against the Barbarians team that love to throw the ball around. You don't know what to expect. But Bokke enforced their way of how they wanted to play on them and just strangled them out of it. Fantastic. Well done. Rassi, coaches, Bokke, tick. And on to the next one. Italy next. How good. What did you guys think of the game? Who played well? Who didn't? Who was your man of the match? What would you like to see any changes going into Italy? Let me know what you guys thought. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.